Icing between the walls, gumdrops on the roof, and candy cane trees. It is a winter wonderland made out of sugar and spice. The Pittsburgh Gingerbread Competition kicks off this weekend. It's always a great time, and the Brady-Gallacher family has been participating for years now. We are so happy to have the whole family here joining us today on Talk Pittsburgh. How did you guys get into this?
It started out very simply where we didn't know how to even make dough. So we made a simple house the first year, and then the kids got really excited about it, and 7 years in, we're still doing it.
You actually submitted 3 this year.
We did.
That's
Yes.
incredible.
Every year,
Every year you do 3.
Yeah.
That's so much fun. And so the key here is really the base, right? We need to make sure that the dough is perfect.
Yes.
Do you make your own dough?
We do make our own dough, and the secret to the gingerbread dough is that it's construction dough. It doesn't taste good. I would not recommend eating it, but it will withstand the elements for 6 weeks or more, which is really important whenever you do the display and competition.
Yeah, so this is not an edible gingerbread
No,
house.
no.
It's really just for fun. All right, so the next step, too, is making sure that we have something to put this on,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So it's not just gingerbread leaning on each other.
Yeah, it's probably the least exciting part of the whole thing, but it's really important because if you're gonna put it on display or enter it into a competition,
Yeah.
what you don't want is to take it there and then have it collapse. So we create a little infrastructure. We use foam board, and you use the templates that you use to cut out the gingerbread, and just basically pin together and make a little mini version of it, and then we're gonna assemble it afterwards, and we'll show you how to do that later.
Glenn, did you learn the hard way that you had to do it this way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we actually never had anything fail, fortunately. So
good.
that,
That's
yeah,
good.
that would have been bad.
That's awesome. Jack, you're going to show us a trick with some icing. So
Yeah.
I have something to work with here, but you have the icing bags in front of you. So what's
Yeah.
the trick?
You have to spin it so it spreads out throughout the bag.
And tell me what that means.
Like, you have to twirl
Go ahead
it
and do it.
around.
Why don't you
Go
do
for
it?
it.
Show me?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So we got one for
Would you
you.
like to
This
try?
one for
I want
you.
to try, yeah, but I feel like this might get messy. Does it get a
If you
little
just
messy
hold it
sometimes?
tight,
If you
hold the
hold
end
it really
tight.
tight,
Yep.
And then just spin it?
yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
You got it.
And what is this? Gets all the air out, or what does it do?
It gets all the icing like spread out throughout the bag, so that when it's all tied, you can start immediately.
To the
Yeah.
tip.
Do we have one ready to go?
Do you have a
Yeah.
question?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard. I thought I heard a. I know that one I'm very familiar with it.
If
So
you
now
wanna
you're tying
tie
at the
you
end just
tie
to
at
make
the end.
sure.
Yep.
Yep.
What's your favorite part about doing this?
I don't know. It's really fun doing all the different steps
Yeah.
and just building and flooding and decorating.
Do you have a favorite gingerbread house that you created over the years with your family?
Probably the candy cane house that I did 2 years ago.
Oh, wonderful.
It was a big old candy cane with a house on top.
So now this is a lot of icing on here. Is this normally what you would do? It almost looks like a giant Pop-Tart.
Yeah, that is what you do.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like before.
And then we fill it
and then
in?
you fill it in,
And
yeah.
that's
Okay,
what
so-
you're going to do.
Is just cut the tip off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oops. Oh, sorry. There you go, buddy.
And then is there any trick to this? Just
You
fill in
kind
the
of go
blank?
back and forth like this.
Okay. And Finn, do you have a favorite thing that you've made? One of your favorite?
I think last year's.
What did you make last year?
I made Darth Vader's Christmas.
Darth Vader Christmas?
Darth Vader's Christmas.
Oh, I love that. What did it look like? What did you put? What kind of
I
accessory?
put like 2 lightsabers crossing like this.
That's pretty amazing and very creative. Okay, so I filled this in a little bit. Now, Finn, you're going to help me decorate, right?
Yeah.
So what's the trick to decorating?
You pretty much pour the icing on.
Uh-huh. And then is there anything, do you put them on in any specific pattern, or do you just kind of decorate?
You just kind of decorate.
Okay. Do you have a favorite piece of candy that you like to work with?
No, really. I really like all of them.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a bummer that you can't eat it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is great. All right, and I know that we actually have this over here. How do we assemble?
Okay.
Once
Go for
we've
it.
gotten some of these pieces on, I'm just kind of putting some of these
Nice.
pieces on.
Good
So
job.
if you want to use your icing,
Yeah.
we can take the piece that's finished and you put a lot on there.
On this, on the
Yeah,
back
do
side.
a whole bunch because that's one of the things that I think is really important when it's on display is to have a lot of
Even in the middle?
Even in the middle, yeah.
And now, is this regular icing or is it more like glue?
This is actually what Jack calls it. He calls it the glue of the gingerbread world. And then you just press it onto your template.
Just like that?
Just like that. Yep. And then you would have a can or something there to hold it until it dries.
That's
So,
wonderful.
Yeah. But the more royal icing, the better when it comes to the assembly.
And we're so lucky because we actually have a finished
We do.
gingerbread house over here. Can I unveil it?
Absolutely,
Yes,
go
please
for it.
do.
Now, this is not one that you are putting on display.
We made this for you.
Because those actually had to be just dropped off, right?
Yeah.
So yours are
Yeah.
at the City County building. Okay, so let's take a look. Oh my gosh, it even has a Talk Pittsburgh. How did you do that? You thought of
Very
everything
carefully.
very carefully. This is wonderful. You really have thought of everything. Let me show you the back too. I want you to see all the amazing details. This is so great. You guys really know what you're doing.
We've learned.
Yes.
Have you won any of the competitions yet in the years that you've been doing it?
Last year, Finn, Jack, and then as a family, we all won first place.
That's fantastic.
yeah, it was very
Congratulations.
fortunate.
Thank you.
Fingers crossed
Very fun.
for this year too.
Yes.
And we want to remind you the 21st annual Pittsburgh Gingerbread Display kicks off this Friday and will be opened through January 5th. There will be nearly 250 houses in the City County building lobby downtown. You can vote for the People's Choice Award online. We're going to have a link to that on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. And don't forget to tune in to PTL tomorrow. Daisy Jade will be at the event before they open their door. But look out for this family's gingerbread houses. What did you guys make this year?
I'm not sure we're allowed to say.
You're not allowed to
Since
say.
Yeah.
It'll be a surprise
Friday.
if
Yeah,
everybody
it'll be
comes
on
and sees
Friday.
it.
Look for the Brady-Gallacher family's gingerbread displays. Look, 3 of them this year. Coming up on Talk Pittsburgh, some big news on the Alzheimer's front here in Pittsburgh, how new research could be a game changer for getting diagnosed early. That's when we come back.